Friends, now we will start chapter 4, Books and Burials of NCERT Class 6 History. We will start with the study of the oldest book in the world that was composed around 3500 years ago, that is Rig Veda. As we all know, there are 4 types of Veds, okay? So we will study one of them, that is Rig Veda, in this chapter. Now before moving on to further, we should learn a very important concept, that is the term called suktas, that is being used throughout all the Vedas, okay? So you should know that these are the collection of beautifully composed incantations. So basically, what is an incantation? It is a written or recited formula of words designed to produce a particular or magical effect, okay? We can understand this with very simple examples around us, okay? Gayatri Mantra, you all have heard Gayatri Mantra, okay? And Maha Mrityunjay Mantra, okay? First one, Gayatri Mantra, is a part of Yajurved, and Maha Mrityunjay Mantra is a part of Rig Veda. So these are the suktas basically, and these are recited or orally these are orally told to other person. Now we will now study the important features of Rig Veda, okay? We should know that these are not in the written form originally. These were not books written originally, okay? These were originally recited and heard, okay, from one person to another. That is collection of dialogues, and these were printed in the book form around 200 years ago, okay? So we should remember that these are originally 3500 years ago, okay, compositions, but in the book form we have received them in 200 years ago only. These contain hymns, that are songs of prayer, okay, or suktas, we have learnt, in praise of God, okay? So mostly men, but few women also composed hymns. This is an important point. Rig Veda, there were men as well as few women also who used to compose the songs of prayer. Now 3 gods were considered important, that is the Agni, Indra and Soma. And we also find many prayers in the Rig Veda for cattle, children and horses, because horse was important for battle purpose. And language used throughout the Vedas is Vedic Sanskrit. That is different from modern day Sanskrit that we know. Now these are the types of battles that are mentioned in the Rig Veda. We can read the slide, that battle for cattle, land, water and capturing people for slavery purpose. So we now know that the importance of cattle, land and water in capturing people for those at the time of Rig Veda. Now some are the important terms of the Rig Veda I have collaborated here. Okay, we should read them and understand them one by one. First is yajnas. What is yajnas? This was a sacrifice, okay, in which offerings were made to the Agni god, and offerings were in the form of ghee or grains, or in some cases animal sacrifice were also given. So this is an important point. Who were Brahmins? These were the priests who performed various rituals. Who were the Rajas? Okay, they did not have capital cities. These are different from present day Rajas definition that we know. They did not have capital city or palaces or armies. Okay, this is an important point. Battles were not fought with the help of armies, and their sons did not automatically succeed fathers as Rajas. Who were the Jan and Vish? Now these are the words which are used to describe the people or the community as a whole. For example, Purujan, Bharatjan, etc. These were the Vedic tribes. Okay, names for particular Vedic tribes. Who were the Aryas? These were the people who composed the hymns of Vedas, and they did not perform the sacrifices. Who were the Dasas? These were the rivals of Aryas because they believed in different religious ideas. Okay, these were the opponents of Aryas, and this term is also used for slavery purpose. Now, having learnt about Rig Veda, that is an important book, now we will move on to second part of this chapter, that is burials. Among burials, we will study about term called Megaliths. What are Megaliths? We can break this into 2 parts. Mega means big, lith means stone. So these are nothing but big stone boulders, okay? And these are used to mark the burial sites. See in the picture, a burial site is there. It is covered by the big megaliths, stones. And this practice started around 3000 years ago. So you should remember the timeline, okay? We are talking about timeline of 2500 to 3000 years ago in this chapter. And these were found on the surface or underground, okay? Now we can also study the locations of these megaliths. Where were these found? It was prevalent throughout the Deccan, South India, as well as in Northeast and Kashmir. See, NCERT has given two locations of these megalithic sites, okay, Brahmagiri and this is in South Adichanalur, okay. So you should remember these sites based on NCERT. And one point also you should remember that Rig Ved was composed in the northwest part of the continent, and megalith sites were majorly found in the southern part of the India. Now, use of iron. This is an important part, friends. Now, we should recall from the earlier chapter that iron was not used in the Harappan cities. Okay, we have studied plowing tool for digging the earth. It was made up of wood. But now in the megalithic sites, we have discovered some iron equipment. Okay, so this shows that the iron use was prevalent around Rig-Ved period. Now we will study about what these burials and skeletal studies tell us. So, okay, some important inferences that archaeologists have derived. First is counting of bones. See, human body has 360 bones as per the study by a famous physician named Charak. He also wrote a book on medicine. This is an important point. It is asked in almost all the exams. Okay, book on medicine known as Charak Samhita. It was written around 2000 years ago. So he counted the bones, okay, as well as teeth. So he concluded that human body has 360 bones. But we all know what is the correct number. Just think and comment, reply in the comment box. Second inference, based on the variation in number of objects found on a skeleton, there were social classes of people like rich, poor and chief. Okay, so in some skeleton there were quantity of objects were more, and in some there were very less objects. People used to place them with the dead body. So it has been derived that there were social differences among the people. There were classes of rich, classes of poor, and some were chiefs also. And third inference is that some burial spots, these were reserved for members from the same family, because there has been discovery of more than one skeleton at the same spot found at megalithic sites. Okay, so this shows the importance of preserving the bodies of same family at the same place. So thank you.